welcome back to another episode of 5 Minutes with Dr. A, the series where we break down various dental topics into more understandable portions. So we've spoken about bonding before, and we're going to delve straight into another case. This is a lovely case because it's a lot more subtle. The changes that we wanted to make in this particular case were minor, and that's why the requirement for this one is more to do with edge bonding rather than full-blown bonding all over the tooth. So what we decided to do in this case was we weren't happy with the actual lengths of some of the teeth, but actually we've done the orthodontics previously, we've got the teeth in the right positions, and the only reason was because of the size discrepancies of the natural teeth that made us not have that slight bit of perfection around some of the edges. If we look at some of the before photos, as we delve and zoom into the front teeth, we can see that actually the top left front tooth on the side has a slight bit of height discrepancy, and also there's a thickness discrepancy between the two front teeth as well, which sort of throws your eyes off and it throws the lighting off slightly, because it immediately draws you to them and it makes it look like they're slightly different. So in this particular case, after assessing the shade matching, which is part of the main issue with cases like these, you've got to get the right colour match at the very start. If you're going to whiten, you need to whiten first. You need to get the colour matched perfectly to be able to match the second stage once it's fully settled. So once we've whitened, we need to leave it for about 2 weeks minimum to let the colour saturation settle and to let the actual colour of the teeth go back to their natural, normal, long-term colour. The colour you have when you finish any whitening treatments is not stable. It will revert back and there will be dehydration. So you've got to actually get that rehydration to happen first and get the colour to settle before we do any bonding, which is normally a 2-week period. Once we settled the colour, we then got the patient in. We shade matched at the beginning of the appointment by looking at the various colours of the teeth, taking some photos to help shade match more accurately. And you can see with some of the footage in the background exactly how we did that. And then once we shade matched that, we then built up the actual shape. So we start off with building the rough shape of the tooth and getting it to where we want it to be before we then start moving on to the smoother, finer polishes, which number one, allow us initially to get the rough contours of the tooth that we want. And once we've done that and we've got the right shape and the right balance between natural tooth, or the transition, should I say, between natural tooth and filling material, that smoothness is what allows that transition to last for such a long time and not pick up stains. So once we've got that smoothed off completely, we then can go into the real fine and extra fine polishes to really smooth those teeth and get them into the look that we're looking for in the future. And I think you can agree that we're looking at the after photos, much better blended in, especially on the teeth that we built up, and also the two central teeth. We can see the contours on them look a lot more matched, the thicknesses look much, much better, and overall a much more balanced smile that this patient was absolutely delighted with. We are all fully aware that there is the tendency for them to pick up stains over the next 5 to 7 years, and they probably will need touch-ups, repolishing, or maybe worst case scenario even changing after 5 to 7 years. But it's a very easy and a very, very light way to do it, and also to be able to make that change later down the line when needed is very straightforward. Hope that's been useful. If that's been useful and it's drawn up any questions at all or anything that you want to know about your own teeth, please get some photos, drop me a message at any point, send the photos to me, I'm more than happy to discuss them. Otherwise, if you've enjoyed this, please give us a like, please give us a follow, and please share. Look forward to seeing you guys next time. Take care.